What's poppin', y'all? This is DJ with One Shot Game, man. You already know how the motto go. You get one shot at life, but a lifetime to learn all the game you need to help improve your life. Choice is yours. Now, as I always say, you get two choices: the ability to settle in the life that has been faithfully designed for you, or the ability to pave a path towards your destiny. That choice is also up to you. So before I get into the title of my video, I want to say a big shout out to all my supporters. You guys are great. And even the ones behind the scenes, I see y'all too. So look, the title of this video is going to be on the fact that stop using that person as a crutch to be your fall person when you just choose to operate in the way that you operate in. Meaning, you know it's wrong, it's not healthy for you, but you need someone to fall back on to help you cushion the fall. You know what I'm saying? So listen, say like the fall's gonna be different if you just fall on the concrete. That's gonna hurt. But if you put a mattress down and you fall on the mattress, it's gonna cushion the fall. You know what I'm saying? People use other people for that same purpose. And you can't be mad at a person when they finally get to a limit where they feel like they didn't had enough. Because everybody is different. And everybody's level of patience and understanding is different. You know what I'm saying? You can't make a person stick around and be there for you if you keep choosing to do the same backwards ass shit. Excuse my language. And I say that to say, like, I know a lot of men that get upset when the woman that they thought was going to stick around for them as they do another jail sentence is going to always be around. Like, if she's there and she's comforting you and she's basically telling you, hey, look, get out the streets, go get this job, I got this money, you know what I'm saying, I want to help you get out the streets, and you choose to take the money to fund something street related that could possibly get you back in jail instead of going to run your life the right way, you cannot be mad if she don't want to do the 6th jail sentence with you. She's tired. And she didn't give you chance after chance after chance to get it together, and you don't want to get it together. That means at that point in time, you just need someone to cushion the blow. You don't plan on changing. You don't plan on being any different. You just need someone there for you when you choose to go the wrong way and hold you down either way. Listen, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give you the guidance needed. I'm going to tell you the way you should operate. And if you choose not to, be able to trust enough in yourself to get it together, at that point I have to push back, because what I'm gonna do is be now the fall person. You're only gonna use me to comfort you when you get in a bad situation. It's not really for the benefit of me. You know what I'm saying? It's weird, but it's complicated, but it makes sense, because you got to think about it. Oftentimes, people stick around in situationships and relationships way longer than they need to, even when it's drowning them down, solely because maybe their level of pain or acceptance may be different. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be able to accept a person for that. Like, you can't pressure them and force them into being a fall person for you. You know what I'm saying? You have to just accept what love they can give. And if you choose to operate in a way where it's not healthy for yourself and it's affecting the people that you love and care about, at that time it's kind of like, maybe I need to do some introspection. Maybe I need to look at myself and figure out what I'm doing and why I keep going down this same path. You know what I'm saying? Listen, for women out there, it is okay to have your own mind. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these men get tired and upset because they're taking full control of everything. They're paying for everything. They're doing everything. You know what I'm saying? That's stress on him. You know what I'm saying? And he may not know how to handle it, but he's putting up with it because, you know what I'm saying, you got this man hypnotized by your private parts to confuse him into thinking that this is something he gotta do. He don't gotta do nothing. He's really stressed out for real. He really wanted to leave you a long time ago. But you feel me? Listen, that private part be so hypnotizing that people don't know how to leave. You know what I'm saying? It should never have you hooked on phonics like that unless you're married. I feel as if you married to someone you truly love and care about, that's because they the whole package. And you feel me? That extra is just an extra add-on. And I'm just speaking because I'm grown. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking from a different perspective. You feel me? But again, I can't, force it enough how I used to be the fall guy. And I used to have people be the fall person for me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't always get it on time. I didn't always correct my behavior. And sometimes I expected, people to stick around while I got it together. So it go both ways. You know what I'm saying? And when they left, I was like shell-shocked. I was like, OMG, I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? And that, again, you can only love yourself enough to know, to understand that person has that right. Like, they do not have to stay attached to you and put up with your behavior if they don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Let them go, because at that time it becomes a fall person. Like, it becomes a need. I need you to be here for me while I intentionally go backwards, so I can have someone to take the fall while I go backwards on purpose. You know what I'm saying? But instead of realizing on your own, sometimes you have to give people that space to understand. Listen, you going backwards. You keep doing the same very thing that's hurting not only you, but everybody you love, and you're not getting it. So at this point, I need to stop being the fall person for you and let you learn on your own, so it can start to make sense, so you can understand how your actions reflect on everybody else. You can't keep depending on people to just lay down and take whatever you dishing out because you can't get it right on your own. I promise you, you will become a better person when you don't need someone, but you want them. Your whole life changes because you're content being able to get everything you want in your life on your own, but wanting someone and never needing them. Because if you need someone to cushion you if you fall, you always gonna need that person. So then when they decide they don't want to cushion you no longer, you don't know what to do. You go into like a psychotic break. You get depressed. You don't know what to do. It's like you can't live your life for you because you've always depended on that cushion. Listen, it's complicated, but it's a real thing, and I'm the one who lived it. I used to live it. You feel me? I don't necessarily need you to help me get through life, but I need you to cushion my fall, because I'm not confident enough to believe in myself in certain areas. And if I have something to fall back on, it helps me be able to keep going, instead of realizing you got to be your own cushion. You got to learn your own lessons. You got to love yourself enough to know that you're able to carry this world on your shoulders and not crumble or fall. And that took a lot. That took a lot of going within. You know what I'm saying? And basically learning myself. And the only time a person really gets to do that, if you kind of like have to let them back off. Or you back off of them and let them just experience what they need to experience on their own. It's kind of like back in the day in our era, how we had parents who would tell us things and we didn't pay no attention to it. We didn't grasp it. We wasn't listening. And then at some point later on in life, it started to make sense why they were telling us those things. But now that the universal energy has shifted, it's almost like, look, there's no more room for error. You either gonna understand it right now, or I'm gonna give you lessons so that you can see. You know what I'm saying? Where maybe some guidance that they have from wisdom on living their life can play an important significance to yours. You get what I'm saying? It's complicated, but it's real. It's a very real thing. I refuse to be a cushion for somebody unless, you know what I'm saying, you don't need a cushion. Like, you're able to look at where you may be wrong and fix it. Because I can't be your cushion to keep getting my pillow all beat up and flat, because you can't seem to look at what you know is wrong. You see it, but you choose to cater to other aspects of yourself that you don't want to listen to it. And that's hurting me. And I think that's how oftentimes a lot of marriages get chaotic, because people are not truly healed in some areas and they're looking for people to be cushions. But I feel like the only way for it to work is that both of you guys have to come to the forefront as knowing who you are, so therefore it won't be a cushion. Because I would tell you like this: if I can be a cushion for you, or you could be a cushion for me, I ain't gonna never leave you, because I know you're gonna be a cushion for me. But when you start to not giving me what I need somewhere, I'm gonna go cheat and get it somewhere else. You feel me? Because I know you're never gonna leave, and you give majority of what I want, but it's this one thing that you don't got that's making me want to cheat. And I'm telling you, that's how sometimes, listen, chaos starts. People be fighting and divorcing, women be fighting, and both of y'all getting cheated on by the same dude. He just can't get what he want from one of y'all. You don't got something, so you gotta get it somewhere else. Listen, when you find your match, for me personally, I'm gonna be married. I'm gonna be happily married. But again, I'm not putting up with stuff that maybe the old ways of living, you know what I'm saying, is put it up with. And because sometimes people lock you into a marriage just for you to be their cushion for the rest of their life, not because they truly care about you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not putting up with that. We gonna come together whole. And so the separation would be no separation at all. We came together to get married, to know that we're willing to do this life thing together. We're willing to tackle this life thing together. Listen, two heads is always better than one. Always. You know what I'm saying? So coming together to do this life thing means, for me personally, there is no breaking up. If you got an attitude, man, listen, go in the closet, sit on the couch, watch a movie. I'll let you be by yourself and think about it. But there is no divorce and there is no breaking up. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe you're just looking for me to be a cushion, and I'm not a cushion. I'm gonna tell you where you wrong, and we're gonna get it together and fix it. Or you're gonna be smart enough and wise enough to be like, all right, you know what, I tried it my way. This person may have a different introspection and it worked. Let me try it, see if it worked. Listen, one way or another, we're gonna win together. But there is no losing in this game when I get married. You know what I'm saying? This is something that's gonna be for life with me. You know what I'm saying? But again, the only way I feel as if that can work is if you're two whole parts that come together as one. Remember them little them little heart necklaces when we was kids? One half, and then they come together? Yeah, like that. You feel me? The yin to the yang come together as one. You know what I'm saying? And are able to do this life thing. And I believe truly that it has no other choice but to work with me, because I'm older and I've learned a lot of lessons and I've grown, and you know what I'm saying, I know what I have to offer. I know what I have to give. You feel me? I know that, you know what I'm saying, I'm not gonna take no shit. I'm not a push around. You know what I'm saying? This ain't that, but you're gonna be extremely happy with me, because one thing about me is I know exactly what a woman wants and what a woman needs. And I think that's the best quality about me. But again, you know what I'm saying, that's just for me personally. But again, I also know how to contribute to just the well-being of people. People like kindness. People like respect. You know what I'm saying? People like integrity. People love the fact that you're able to be you in a world where it's a bunch of followers. So again, don't be with people because they're cushions. That's getting old, and it's going to get played out real fast. The honeymoon stage, when y'all first get together, is going to go real well. But over time, it's going to be problems, because that person is not really for you, but just needed you as a cushion, to cushion them as they make all the wrong choices. And even if you tell them, hey, you're making the wrong choice, they still won't get it together, because they have to do some growing on their own, which doesn't require you, because they know that you will always be that cushion. So listen, if you don't know what it is, I just told you. Please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.